Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations on your new position. Look
Thank
forward
you.
to working with you.
Former Mr. Chairman.
The job that you have been nominated for is an impossibly difficult job. I just want to say for the record that I think Dennis McDonough, the gentleman who came before you, has done a very good job in the context of what he had to deal with. Mr. Collins, in two independent assessments last year, the VA outperformed non-VA hospitals in terms of patient satisfaction and hospital quality. I can tell you that in Vermont, you talk to the average veteran who accesses VA, they say, you know what, the care is pretty good. I think that's probably true in most parts of the country, and that takes place within a healthcare system which is broken, a private healthcare system which is largely broken and dysfunctional. It strikes me, from what I have heard, there are three approaches to the VA. There are some folks, extremists, who think get rid of the VA completely, send veterans out into the private sector. Others, including the nominee for Defense Secretary, Mr. Hegseth, who have indicated that the VA should be there for specialized care. People with PTSD, people with amputations, particular problems the veterans have, specialized care. And there are those of us, including myself, who think that when people are asked to put their lives on the line to defend this country, you know what? All veterans are entitled to all of the health care that they need. That's my view. Where do you come out on that?
Senator, it's great to sit in the office and talk to you, especially your chairman, your perspective you had. We come out very similar. I've said before, and I said it to this committee early on, there'll always be a VA health system for the veteran. And like we talked about in your office, I think what we're going to do is make sure that the VA centers that are strong can get better. But also I have states that I've talked to and other senators who have maybe one facility that is doing well and another facility that's not. So we can't paint with a broad stroke, even on the private sector that you mentioned, to say that any one in particular is the rule for all. So I'm for getting that and making sure that we have it.
Okay, here's the problem. There is a limited amount of money. Community care spending went from $8 billion in 2014 to $31 billion in 2024. Ideally, what we could say is, hey, you're a veteran, you want to go into a private care? No problem. You want to go to the VA? No problem. We have a strong VA, strong private care. We don't have enough money to do that. So in fact, what the debate comes down to is not whether somebody should be able to access community care, but where are we going to put our resources? Are we going to allow the VA to wither on the vine, so to speak? Do you understand where I'm coming from? How do you, are you willing to tell us that you're going to fight for a strong VA in every state in this country?
We're going to, Senator, that's a non-negotiable. We're going to fight for a strong VA. Now, I understand your perspective. You didn't vote for the Mission Act, which is where community care started. I understand your perspective, but I also understand the will of the body and the law, and I understand veterans today. I believe you can have both. I believe you have a strong VA as it currently exists and have the community care aspect.
Okay. Vermont issue. You're inheriting an incredible bureaucracy that is very slow-moving at times. There are two CBOCs in the Vermont area, one in Chittenden County, our most populated area, one in the southern part of the state, probably be located in the New Hampshire area, all right? Keene, New Hampshire. Access to both Vermont and New Hampshire veterans. It has been moving along rather slowly. Will you assure me that you're going to take a hard look to make sure that those CBOCs get moving rapidly?
Yes, Senator, as we were talking about with Senator Bozeman as well, those are issues that we got to look at and make sure the priorities, the money's there. We're going to look sure.
But it's not just the VSA. It's not just the VA. The VA works with the GSA.
I understand.
And it is a problem, okay? Take a hard look at that one. There are massive staff shortages in the VA, and I am concerned about the hiring freeze that President Trump has initiated. Will you stand up publicly and say, you know what? We need every VA health facility in this country to be adequately staffed. We will not accept staff shortages and make sure that we have the people that we need.
I will advocate to make sure our veterans are taken care of, but I'll also support in the fact that we'll take a look at the current levels of employees that we have and where they're properly located, and we'll work at that, and the president will work under the executive order he has given.
Look, in English, we all understand this. There
I will
are
work on it.
inefficiencies in the VA. There's waste in the
Oh, yeah.
VA, every government agency. On the other hand, the VA in general, in my view, does an excellent job. They need the support.
Yep.
So you want to go after waste and inefficiencies, do it. But make sure that we have the quality of doctors, nurses, staffing that we need to take care of every veteran in this country.
Thank you, Senator.